You know, guys, I know every single time I come on this microphone, I just have nothing positive to say about Call of Duty. Every single time I make a video, and look, yes, I know, a lot of it is my choice, and I like doing it, but sometimes the script just writes itself, guys. Call of Duty does it to itself, Activision does it to themselves, the developers do it to themselves, whether you love them or hate them. We're not gonna sit here and pretend like everything is just sunshine and rainbows because we have remastered MW2 maps in this game. You know, to all the people that used to say COD is back, we are back. We are back to something. I'm not gonna lie. Call of Duty is back in a sense, as it is every single year, and the fact that some way, somehow, throughout its life cycle, something is bound to fuck up royally and just disrupt everybody's gaming experience for at least an hour, a few hours, or in this case, pretty much the entire day. And even though this is some god-awful news for Call of Duty and for pretty much anybody who is playing, the Scatmaster, for the first time in a while, actually does have a silver lining in this video. There's actually some absolutely great news that I wanted to share with you guys, and it is not related to Call of Duty. So if you want to skip, go ahead right here, but if you wanted to stick around, just listen to this very quickly. As you guys know, I've been trailing a little bit behind in Call of Duty content and just YouTube in general, and I talk about this a lot, but a lot of it has to do with college. And, you know, my schoolwork and academics and getting a degree and shit like that, right? You know, it's pretty often that I miss out on some pretty key moments in Call of Duty and on my YouTube channel because I'm just focused on classwork, on schoolwork, you know, just really working towards a degree and my goal. And I'm extremely proud of myself, and I'm extremely happy to announce to you guys that today I got notification that I was accepted into university. And I know this is not necessarily YouTube related, but it's related to my life, and I'm gonna be straight up, I'm extremely proud of myself. It's been a fucking journey and a half, and I'm not even done. This is pretty much like the halfway point, but if you've heard my videos before, you know the way I talk, the way I speak. My stupid ass is going to university. All I do is talk shit about Call of Duty. Could you guys believe it? No, but seriously, guys, this is an amazing fucking moment for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm extremely happy. Obviously, I can't tell you guys which university I got into, but maybe in the future, who knows, by the time I actually graduate from said university, maybe I'm in a position on YouTube where I share a little bit more details about my personal life. Maybe I'm streaming, maybe you guys even recognize my face by that point, who fucking knows. The point is, I'm really stoked, I'm really hyped, and now I'm ready to tear Call of Duty and Activision and the developers and all of these gooch-looking morons a new asshole. Because for a AAA franchise, a AAA title, AAA developers, AAA publishing company, worth billions of fucking dollars, you know, an infinite budget into this game, Activision announces it as years in the making, right? These developers and this franchise in its entirety still has the most inept moments in gaming fucking history that I've ever fucking seen. Whether it's getting body slammed at Game Award shows, whether it's being called out publicly by your own developers, having controversy over controversy at your publishing company and at your development studios, having all of these high-class, high-tier content creators absolutely tear down on this fucking franchise, having all of these layoffs, and we'll get into the layoffs in a minute. And on top of all of that, we still have the most ridiculous, absurd, outrageous server issues known to fucking man. I'm talking like straight Lizard Squad-esque type of shit. Our servers go down for entire days at a time sometimes. And if that's not bad enough, stats get reset. How many times have we seen this happen? I know a lot of you guys love to gooch lick MW 2019. We'll never forget when they added the crossbow in like season 2, and some way, somehow, it got many people to reset their stats. And yes, just like back then, this issue has already been resolved. But before I get ahead of myself, let's just do a quick recap of this. This comes out from Call of Duty Updates. They say, we're working on a fix for a known issue that appeared overnight that is preventing progress from being tracked in various areas of the game, including but not limited to events, challenges, battle pass, and SR. Players may also notice unusual behavior related to account level and loadouts. And let me tell you the fucking shitstorm that occurred from here, guys. I didn't hop on this game because I'm not fucking stupid. Even if people were reporting that there's no SBMM now all of a sudden, yeah, even that, it's still not really gonna do it for me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't cut it. I'm not really on that simp shit with Call of Duty where, oh my god, no SBMM, I'm right back to sucking dick. Nope, not me, not the Scadmaster, sorry, that's not me. Nope. But then people started tweaking, talking about shit like, no other game in history has simply deleted player data and been like, oops. There's people talking about Fortnite when the servers are down for 15 minutes, here's a free skin and 1,000 V-Bucks. Call of Duty is, sorry guys, keep playing I guess. A lot of people were just upset with this entire situation, and you know, rightfully so, because it is pretty inconvenient if you're just a casual gamer, or maybe you're somebody who's been working on some streaming or, you know, challenges and shit like that. I know the gameplay channels were stressing, man. Like, could you imagine having to actually talk and have a personality? Good fucking god, I mean, these guys actually need some sort of workers' comp at this point. But this is probably one of my most favorite faded takes that I've seen about this entire situation. This comes out from the guy who runs Charlie Intel. He says, Microsoft fired a bunch of Call of Duty QA testers and devs, and the game is fully broken. Interesting. You know, it's as if we're made to believe that if we had these developers still working for Call of Duty and Activision and Sledgehammer, then maybe these issues wouldn't happen. Oh, wait, hold on. Except for the fact that this has happened in previous fucking titles when we had said developers. This happened back in MW 2019 with the fucking crossbow. I don't know how that happens. Imagine getting all of your stats reset over a stupid fucking bow and arrow. It was dog shit in that game too, I should add. And let's not forget about Vanguard. Oh yeah, we remember when the integration happened with Warzone, do we not? It broke MW 2019, it broke Cold War. I mean, that season of Vanguard was absolutely fucking pitiful. And I should also add that that's the same development studio that should be here for this game to fix these issues, right? What a fucking joke. Anyways, Warzone was broken, multiple other games were broken. Yeah, I understand what people are trying to go with this sort of tweet. Baiting for sympathy and just being like, oh, well, you know, you fired your developers, so I guess you had it coming. You know, just trying to get brownie points from said fired developers. Ah, Jesus Christ, guys. Fake sympathy and fake hype for Call of Duty has to be some of the most fucking brain-dead, cringe bullshit that I've seen in the community as of late. Anyways, I think we're all smart enough to understand that having these developers would have made no fucking difference because in the past, these same issues have happened, and that's what I mean when people say Call of Duty is back. Maybe that's what they're talking about, since that's the only thing that actually makes sense. Call of Duty is back to breaking other games for no goddamn reason. Call of Duty is back to having server issues despite having a fucking $1 billion towards their name. Call of Duty is back to having players reset their stats every goddamn year just off of a random bug. And there's also some interesting takes and theories that we're being cyber attacked. Now, I don't know if I want to get into this because I know there's some real life things that did happen recently that has a lot of people scratching their heads talking about cyber attacks from this place and that place. We're not going to get into this, guys. I'm not the world politics master. I'm just the fucking scat master, and all I do is talk shit about Call of Duty. That's my forte. And that's where we're gonna keep it at. Guys, Call of Duty is not having any type of cyber attack, although it kind of wouldn't really surprise me and it would be really funny, I'm not gonna lie. What this really boils down to, guys, is just plain incompetence, okay? Whether you want to admit it or not, whether or not you're trying to be really kind and sympathetic to all of these developers that got fired. Guys, at the end of the day, it's literally just incompetence. And I know there's actually some other people with tinfoil hat theories talking about they were trying to make a test for SBMM and remove it and see how people would like it. From my understanding, people did enjoy the fact that this game had supposedly no SBMM for a few hours. Yeah, people were apparently having a lot of fun with that, but I guess when they finally implemented the fix for this, they also fixed their SBMM to go back to dog shit. Unfortunate. So yeah, a few hours earlier, Call of Duty Updates comes out and says, our progression tracking fix has now rolled out across all platforms. In addition to this fix, players will now earn double XP skulls in Horde Hunt, and nobody gives a fuck about this. The point is, they finally fixed it, as they should, and granted, it wasn't a super long time. But granted, I would say for the stature of this entire franchise and the people behind this franchise, and just the overloaded amount of money that these people have, any issue of this caliber and this magnitude, which I should remind you guys is a big fucking deal, it probably shouldn't have taken them an entire day. I would say the only acceptable amount of time to have an issue like this, for the standard that this game should have, given its fucking reputation and legacy, I would give it a few hours grace period. I don't think I would give it an overnight into the day, towards the end of the day type of thing. Once you get towards that point, and good God forbid if this landed into the next day, like if this were multiple days, in that scenario, I'm just gonna say it again, I would feel bad for the gameplay channels. I mean, people like myself, that would be a field day, it's just free cash for us, but you gameplay channels out there, some of you at least, yeah, it was looking like a nightmare for a few of you guys. And guys, even though I'm saying this just boils down to incompetence, it still begs the question, how does this even happen? And yes, I know we have less developers, but we covered that, we debunked that easily. It's like the easiest rebuttal I could ever give in my entire fucking life. Having those laid off developers or not, these are the same developers that were there when the whole Vanguard Warzone thing happened, so we're not using that excuse. It's just invalid to me, okay? I have common sense, I'm sorry, but I don't really go off of that cope like a lot of you other gooch lickers out there. My question is, how does this even happen for the caliber that Call of Duty is? For all of the years of history and experience that Call of Duty has, and all of these developers, whether or not they were the fired ones, whoever is there, whoever survived the fucking purge, how exactly did this happen? And I know they're never going to discuss what happened, so I guess the cyber attack theory isn't necessarily out of the window. I mean, I guess it's possible. I know a lot of people were scared of their data getting leaked. I don't really know if I believe all that, but how does this even happen? How does an issue like this even happen just out of the blue? There wasn't even an update. That's what confuses me, because usually, whenever these developers are responsible for a bunch of shit going down, it's usually in the beginning of a new season. It's usually when there's a large update. But this time, it was just nothing. Like, nothing's happening, and I'm not trying to make a joke about nothing going on in Call of Duty, even though that's the fucking truth. There's literally nothing going on. I think there's an event, but, I mean, at this point, who cares, right? It's just something we'll probably never get the actual answer to. And like I said, there's a lot of crazy tinfoil hat theories out there. I've heard just about any theory you can possibly throw out there. To me, this entire situation just screams incompetence. And like I said, for the size of this entire franchise, right? For the size of Activision and all the money that they have disposable, we're talking billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. I mean, it's to the point where if you have any sort of excuse or justification for this, I genuinely just believe you deserve life in prison. Like, you do not deserve human rights. You're probably gonna have to repeat K through 12. You're gonna need multiple IQ tests. I just don't know what else to say. If you somehow defend this bullshit, you're just fucking stupid. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys have any explanations or theories as to what happened exactly? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.